Hi everyone, and welcome to today's MNA orientation webinar. My name is Sarah Pinder and I'm the Engagement Director here at Michigan Nonprofit Association. We're happy to have you joining us today for an overview of MNA benefits and how you access them. We are going to be going through quite a bit of information on today's call, as well as moving somewhat quickly. So my hope is that you get a broad overview, that you understand what's available to you. You might remember how to use it, but if you don't, you remember how to get back in touch with MNA, and we can help you through that at any point, so that you're always making the most out of your MNA member benefits and accessing the services that are available to you. We were incorporated in 1990. We serve more than 1,000 member organizations throughout the state. We do that through capacity building, civic engagement, and public policy. One other housekeeping thing, feel free to use the chat box or the question function if you have any questions throughout today's webinar. My team member Mario is here with us today. He's going to be responding to those questions as well as chiming in later in the webinar. So welcome, Mario.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon.
My picture is right there in the middle. As I said, my name is Sarah, and I'm the Engagement Director here at MNA. The picture there on the left is Bill Gesselman, our Strategic Growth Officer, who is also part of our team, our Stakeholder Engagement team. One of the ways that we serve the nonprofit sector is through public policy and advocacy issues. We do that by focusing on things around tax policy, budget and spending, and public and private collaborations. My colleague Joan Gustafson is our External Affairs Officer, and she's really our policy guru here at MNA. If you ever have policy questions or issues or topics that you'd like to discuss or get Joan's feedback on, feel free to reach out to her. I will show you where to find her contact information on our website, so don't feel like you have to be writing all that down right now. So now we're going to go ahead and get started and cross over to our MNA website, which is how you access most of your member benefits, and we will go from there. So hopefully you've seen the MNA website and been there before. Maybe even some of you have logged in. As I mentioned, most of the MNA member benefits are available through our website. So the first and foremost thing that you want to do when you come to the website is go ahead and log in. If you're a new member, the primary and secondary contacts on your account should have received member login information. If you have a couple different choices. You can choose to share that among your organization contacts, or you can set up new users within your account, which will show you briefly how to do, and they can each have their own username and password. Your MNA membership does extend the benefits to anyone within your organization, so staff members, board members, and even key volunteers. It's all included with your MNA membership. So here on the MNA member page, again, I'm going to go ahead and log in. So therefore, when I'm cruising around the site, I'm not being blocked by the request to log in. As you can see, once you're logged in, you'll be taken to this member dashboard. This includes some really fast links and ways to get around the site to navigate things. Over here, I want to show you a couple different things that are really useful in managing your account. Underneath your member account, you can click on membership details. This is where you would update information about your organization, your address, mission statement, number of volunteers or board members. Scrolling down, also you can see at the bottom that you have various contacts. This is where you would add a new contact and give them specific permissions in order to help maintain your users on the site, to give those additional username and passwords for access to the site. You may use this contact area. You'll only be able to access that if you're an administrator, and know that renewing your membership can only be done by administrators as well. So you might want to think about who handles that type of stuff in your organization, and do they have access to the site and access to renew your membership. Below that is our link to MNA member discount codes. So with all of the publications and events that MNA runs, we offer discounted rates for our members. This is where you would come to find those codes. It's generally how you have to access things. You can see our upcoming event, Talent Strategy Summit, is coming up, and there's the discount code for that. So you can also click here on Edit Login Profile, and this is where you would update your username and password information. So if you've just signed up and maybe your password is some kind of automatically generated list of characters, make it something that you're easily able to remember, and then you won't have any barriers when you want to log on and access your MNA benefits. So that's a little bit about what you can do to control your account from the member dashboard. We will be spending most of our time today on membership and nonprofit resources over here on the left. That's where all of your benefits are listed. But before we do that, I'm going to start way on the right side of the site and show you a few key pages that I want you to know about, again, to maximize your member benefits. I've scrolled over to the right under Who We Are and clicked on the staff page. And you can see from here we have all of our staff listed, their contact information. So feel free to reach out to someone directly. I would recommend that approach versus calling our main line. Both are ways to get in contact with us, but you may experience, if you reach out to someone directly, they will answer your question or get you to someone who will. Underneath that Who We Are menu is also Get Connected tab. Definitely want to make sure you visit this page and sign up for our e-newsletters or follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram, so if that's how you like to get your information, please follow us on one of those sites. Also, for our e-newsletters, the My Nonprofit News is our most general e-newsletter, and it comes out every other Friday morning, so I'd encourage you to be signed up for that. You can be on that publication regardless of if you're a member or not. Public Policy Action Alerts is an email that comes out periodically when we're asking the nonprofit sector to take action on something in regards to public policy. So that's a great way to stay in touch with current events and trends. And we'll talk a little bit more today about the Michigan Nonprofit Job Center email, but this would be where you would come to sign up for that if you so choose. Now I'm going to scroll over and turn it over to my colleague Mario, who's going to tell us a little bit about our technology services.
Thanks, Sarah. One of the ways MNA serves the nonprofit sector is through our technology services, also known as MNA Tech. The team here is very knowledgeable and personable. If you're the accidental techie at your office and maybe don't want to continue being that sole resource, or there's something, a need that you have that may be tech-related, please consider reaching out to MNA Tech. They can assist with things like technology planning, managing servers, and various other technological-related items. This team is extremely helpful and can even be reached via direct hotline for those unexpected problems that spring up around the office. As you can see here, it's down below, or you can even fill out the submission form to report a problem. More details can be found under that Technology Services tab on our webpage, so I hope that you get a chance to check that out. Now I'm going to turn it back to Sarah to review our civic engagement opportunities.
Thanks, Mario. As we said at the beginning of the webinar, one of the ways that Michigan Nonprofit Association serves the nonprofit sector is through civic and community engagement. We do that in a few different ways. It's described here on our website. We are in the midst of a large campaign for Census 2020. This is our Be Counted Michigan campaign. Census 2020 is critically important to the state that we get a fair and accurate count of all of the people residing in Michigan. It's super important from a representation standpoint at the federal level, as well as the effect that it has on federal funding coming into the state for the next 10 years that data will be utilized. We have a lot of initiatives going on and are involving nonprofits because they are very well respected and trusted within communities that are often part of the traditionally hard to count populations, such as the elderly, young, certain communities of color. So if you're interested in learning more about the census activities, we do have a full website attributed to census, and I would encourage you to start there. It's becountedmi2020.com. Figure out what's happening in your community, sign up for the e-newsletter alerts, and in general, get more information. This is just going to be such a big project, as well as such a really impactful project as we come up on 2020, which is not that far away. Some other of our work in civic and community engagement includes our AmeriCorps Vista program. We do host these Volunteers in Service to America throughout the state, a cohort of about 30 Vista volunteers, and have some really neat initiatives that help nonprofits through that program. If that's something you're interested in, you can find more information here as well. All right, now I'm going to scroll over to our research and publications. We have lots of these available for you. First is our 1920 Michigan Nonprofit Compensation and Benefit Report. This just came out this winter, so the information is fresh, hot off the presses. What this is we ask nonprofits throughout the state to tell us who they employ, how much they pay them, what type of benefits they are offered, etc. What that allows us to do is turn around and produce this report with all of that data compiled. And what you receive is a report with more than 75 different positions that are commonly found in nonprofits. This, like I said, it reports salaries, benefits, etc. What it is it's a really great tool for you, especially if you're in that space of hiring people, or maybe you're on a board and you're looking to hire new positions. This can help you create really competitive compensation and benefit packages to advertise with your posting for those reports. The data is presented in charts and tables from a geographic sense, as well as subsector and position. So that means if you're an arts organization serving the Southeast Michigan area and you're looking to hire a development director, you can find information on what similar organizations pay that type of position in your same region or same subsector. Really cool report, great information, and very valuable to nonprofits. Members receive a discounted rate of $165. Non-members, this report is $270. Below that is our Michigan Nonprofit Management Manual. This is my favorite resource to talk about because it is very, very practical and helpful. It is a manual. It's about 600 pages long, so it's not something that you read cover to cover. However, it has a really great table of contents and index that can help you find answers to some of the most common nonprofit management questions. There's 12 sections in this book, things like budgets, fund development, human resources, evaluation, etc. Definitely encourage you to check that out. Members receive a discount of $75, and non-members pay $95 for that resource. Our previous compensation and benefit report is still available for purchase. I'm going to scroll down a little bit further. An introduction to working in Michigan's nonprofit sector. If you know anyone who's thinking about a nonprofit career, this is a great, very inexpensive publication to share with them that helps talk a little bit about what it's like to work in the sector. If you keep scrolling down, you can see there's a lot of free resources here But I'm going to scroll all the way down and show you that we do offer a magazine. MNA Links comes out quarterly. We have three publications each year, and then the fourth one is our annual report toward the end of the calendar year. You can access the archives here with your membership login information, so you can check that out. You will, as a member, actually receive this publication in your mailbox periodically throughout the year. Scroll down a little bit further, we are working to update our principles and practices tool. Below that is our nonprofit advocacy primer. This is a great handbook. If you're interested in what nonprofits can do to advocate, by the way, nonprofits can advocate, and we certainly encourage that you do. This is a really great kind of one-on-one tool that will help you learn more about that, what the regulations are, what you can do, what you can't do, etc. And finally, we have a publication in partnership with the Attorney General's office just about giving wisely in regards to making sure that nonprofits are credible that you're giving funds to. So that's some of the research and publications that we have available. Underneath that, there are a few others within this menu. Our Diversity, Inclusion, and Equity Assessment launched about 2 years ago. It's a great way to assess your organization and how they're doing in these areas. So check that out if you're interested, and we can give you more information on that. We also do an economic benefits study. This is where it helps us learn that almost 11% of Michigan's workforce is in the nonprofit sector, etc. So check out those things, and you will definitely learn more about Michigan's nonprofit sector. As I mentioned, one of the other ways that we serve is through public policy and advocacy. You can see here that we do list the current issues and legislation. Check that out. Also, if you're interested, we do help to manage the Michigan Nonprofit Caucus. This is a group of leaders at the state level. It's bipartisan and bicameral, meaning Democrats and Republicans in both the House and Senate, advocating for issues that affect the nonprofit sector. You can see that. If you scroll down on that page, we also have posted our legislative agenda for next year, and you can see how MNA is looking to address various issues. The other thing I'll quickly mention is that if you're a member in the Southeast Michigan area, you are able to attend the Southeast Michigan Public Policy Council. This is a, I believe, quarterly meeting that focus on public policy and advocacy, but specific issues that affect the Southeast Michigan area. So you can check that out as well. All right, now I'm going to scroll over to membership and turn it over to Mario to talk a little bit about the Nonprofit Job Center.
Thanks again, Sarah. Under the Membership tab, you can find our Nonprofit Job Center. This is one of our frequently used resources here at MNA. There are a few different ways that you can interact with the Job Center. One of them is browsing what jobs are currently available in the Michigan nonprofit sector by clicking on Current Job Postings. You can sort these options by category and narrow it down to the desired search parameters, as you can see here. It's also great for a nonprofit leader who is looking to hire someone in Michigan. Just click on the submission form from this page right here, complete it, and set it in, and we will receive it. The rates are $75 for a single 30-day posting for MNA members and $165 for non-members with a logo usage. We strongly encourage you to post any openings with our Job Center. Another great way you can stay engaged with our Nonprofit Job Center, as we mentioned before, is by getting signed up for the Job Center email, which is a weekly email blast that goes out every Friday morning with the most current positions posted to the MNA Job Center. It's a great resource to stay up to date on positions that are available if you're a job seeker or if you are looking to recruit talent of your own. You can sign up for the e-newsletter button. You can sign up for the e-newsletter button on the Get Connected page that you see before you. Our Email Blast reaches over 6,000 subscribers each week, and our Job Center gets around 18,000 page views a month, which is a great way to market your opportunities to our online audience. I'll hand it back off to Sarah once again to talk to you a little bit more about your wonderful M&A benefits.
Thanks, Mario. So now we're going to go over underneath the membership menu to nonprofit resources. This is where all of your benefits are listed. As you can see at the top, we always have a featured benefit. Right now it is the compensation and benefit report, which we've already talked about, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time there. I'm going to scroll down, and now we're in the fundraising and finance support section. I'm going to show you first how you access Grantstation. Grantstation is one of your largest M&A benefits. It is an online grant database of current grant opportunities. Now you can see what I did. I came through the membership page, I clicked on the link, I had to click one more time, and now I'm onto the Grantstation page. When you come here, you will be logged in. You will have your name up here at the top. And Grantstation offers just a variety of resources. I really encourage you to spend a little bit of time on their webpage looking at their educational materials. If you've never written a grant proposal before, there's a wealth of information here. But I want to show you very quickly today the main function of Grantstation. As I said, it's an online database, so you can see down here under searchable listings, there's several databases that you can search. I'm going to choose the U.S. Charitable. That's usually the most all-encompassing. And over here on the right, you can see the different ways that I can sort my search results. So I'm going to choose Michigan, and this does update in real time, so you'll see it kind of scroll up and down. I'm sorry if that looks weird from your end. I'm going to select an area of interest, arts, culture, and humanities. And then I'm going to go down here and maybe select a population. So let's look at children and youth. As you can see, there's lots of different ways to narrow down your search results, and I would encourage you to because there are a lot of grant opportunities on here. But as you can see on the right, I've searched for foundations in Michigan that do arts, culture, and humanities for children and youth. Over here on the left are all of my search results. Right now I've gotten 116 results. What this does is it gives you access to information about each one of these foundations. So I'm going to click on this one, 3M Gives, and show you a little bit about that. Now I'm in this company profile. You can see a little bit about what they fund, what they're provided, you know, they even say what their grants don't provide. Over here on the right is contact information, total annual giving, etc. So for each of those 116 profiles that we found, it will have in-depth information like this that is very powerful for you when looking for grant opportunities. They've also just released an additional function on their website, which is that you have your own dashboard. So you can see over here that you can save things, you can email the profile to someone, you can even go directly to their website. And when you save things and make notes on it within Grantstation, it gets saved to your dashboard. So check that out. Very cool function. Grantstation is one of your largest M&A benefits. If you're not taking advantage of it, I definitely recommend that you take some time to do that. Back on the M&A page, we do have a relationship with the Foundation Directory Online. They are similar to Grantstation in the fact that they offer grant opportunities. It is a subscription-based service, and through your membership, you receive a 15% discount. Finance Unlocked for Nonprofits is a free video series provided by one of our other partners from the state of Washington, the Washington State Nonprofit Association. It's a 6-part video on finance basics for nonprofits. It could be a great tool for onboarding board and staff members. They're short web videos made with a CPA and an improv actor, so they're actually pretty entertaining. If you're looking for solutions in credit card processing, you can check in with Card Connect. They do offer discounts to our members. Below that, under free and discounted education, you will see a link to our discounted or free events. This takes you to our events calendar, which is also accessible via the front page of the website. As you can see, events are listed there. You can click on those events for additional information. Going back to the Nonprofit Resources page, we also host a recorded webinar archive. Today's webinar will be posted in here, as well as some of the webinars that we've offered in the past, so feel free to access those recordings. As I mentioned, we do have a diversity, inclusion, and equity assessment. You can learn more here via this link. We also offer discounts with MindEdge. MindEdge is an online learning platform. They have lots of different topics in the nonprofit management space. And this is a great benefit to share amongst your staff at your organization. Really great way to offer professional development for a low cost and something that's completely accessible from somebody's desktop. After that, we also have a nonprofit document library. If you're looking for resources on communications, maybe things on volunteer management or governance, we have some financial management samples, et cetera, et cetera. We also offer discounts on higher education through All Campus, and you can click here to learn more about that. Below that is Principles for Good Governance and Ethical Practice. This is a publication from our friends at Independent Sector, a national organization that helps nonprofits in the areas of management. That's a free download, so I'd encourage you to check that out. We've already talked about the management manual and links, so I'm going to continue right down the page here. As you can see from what's on your screen, we do partner with some of the largest, most well-known educational institutions throughout the state on various benefits for our MNA members. University of Michigan Dearborn offers 20% off of tuition and fees. Oakland University provides a 25% discount on their nonprofit management certificate. And MSU offers a scholarship to people that are interested, that are from the nonprofit sector and interested in their executive MBA program. Davenport University offers a 20% discount, and New Horizons Computer Learning Centers offer 10 to 20% off of their courses. I do see I'm very close to my end time. My apologies for running a little over. As you can see, there's a lot of information to convey. I probably have about 5 to 7 minutes more, and I encourage you to stay on the line. If you can't, though, you now know where to find the recorded webinar on the website. Nonstop Wellness is a group that we partner with to offer larger nonprofits access to a new way to fund healthcare, specifically for nonprofits with employees, more than 50 employees receiving benefits. But they've got a pretty interesting model that ends up in some really great benefits for the organization and also for the employees. So I'd encourage you to check out Nonstop Wellness if that fits your organization. We've also recently partnered with Mutual of America. They offer, they waive administration fees for organizations who may be interested in offering retirement benefits, so check that out. Below that, we've talked about the Job Center and the Comp and Benefits Report, so I'm going to continue scrolling down. Constellation Hr is a performance and compensation management system. If you are in charge of a lot of employees and have to do annual reviews as well as monitor their performance, Constellation Hr can be a great system for that. At the bottom here, after you read a little bit about the system, there are 3 webinars that they did for us that provided some really great just overall HR procedure information. And I encourage you to take a chance, check those out, listen to those webinars. You will also see a brief overview of the Constellation Hr system. Verified Volunteers is a discounted background check service. The cool thing about verified volunteers is that they allow nonprofits and volunteers to share information among various community organizations. MNA members receive a 20% discount off of verified volunteers, and they kind of have a new approach, which is very cool. For instance, if you have a volunteer that volunteers in the local schools, but also for the Girl Scouts locally, and they both accept verified volunteers, they can share that background check, saving everyone time and money. We also work with Lyman and Sheets to offer director and officer liability insurance. You can check them out if you need that. Every nonprofit needs director and officer liability insurance, so that's important to know as well. We already talked a little bit about M&A Tech, and also know that you have access to the Nonprofit Technology Network, or N10. You will receive, as a member, 1 year of free benefits through that network, which are things like access to their webinars for education, discounts on nonprofit job postings, as well as a discounted rate on their annual conference. It's a great resource for an accidental techie, so if that's you, you can definitely check out N10. So below that, we are into the making connections portion, and we do offer lots of things that will help you make connections. So I'm going to turn that over to Mario, and he's going to finish out here for us.
Thanks, Sarah. So M&A offers 3 types of membership: nonprofit, business, and career development. Because of this, we have a variety of businesses, both small and large, that are part of our grander statewide network. One of the featured M&A benefits for these business memberships is to be featured in our business marketplace, which you, as also being a member, have direct access to. This is a great resource for nonprofits seeking specific services from those who are experts in the sector. This online database can connect your organization with independent contractors or firms that are looking to serve your needs. Please note that although we encourage you to connect with these businesses, we still strongly suggest that you perform your own due diligence before hiring or contracting any of the services or businesses found in the search. That's one great feature. Another great feature that we have is through our nonprofit member directory. Much like the Great Business Marketplace tool, the nonprofit member directory provides the contact information for all of our nonprofit organizations in our network to be available for connections with other organizations or anyone looking to collaborate on joint efforts or projects in your own region. This is a great way to get connected with other organizations in your area. You can also search based off of county as well as organization type, or just strictly by name only. If you're a nonprofit leader seeking to reach some of our business members with specific needs, the request for proposal distribution feature is an incredibly helpful resource. Just complete the short form found here at this blue button for begin application, and your submission will be distributed to a variety of business members who have identified services in that area of your inquiry. It's another great way to get connected with our business members. Also included is our Trusted Partners and Resources directory. And what this is it should open up into a new page or be downloadable onto your device. However you're looking at the website. And what it is it's a document resource that is contact information for some of our most trusted partners within the nonprofit sector for both state and national organizations. Some of this quick reference information includes contact information for the National Council of Nonprofits and the Michigan Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs, also known as LARA. It's a helpful guide for navigating some of those institutions in the nonprofit sector, and we would encourage you to take a look at it at your earliest convenience to make those connections if needed. Another great way that you can get engaged with M&A, or if you know anyone that would be interested, is M&A has a considerable statewide following as well as a growing online presence. So advertising or marketing with us is a great platform to broadcast your upcoming events, programming, or general opportunities. You can find more details about our specific packages by reviewing the options found on the Advertising and Sponsorship Opportunity page on the website, which you see right before you on your screen. And lastly, but certainly not least, MNA is part of 11 networks throughout the state of Michigan that serve as a capacity building center. And what that is these are nonprofits that help provide resources or capacity building, it's right there in the name, for other nonprofit organizations. They're located throughout the state. There's 11 of them, including MNA. And if you have any questions or want to make those connections, you can go ahead and visit their webpage, which you can see right before you. There's buttons to connect that way, or by following up with their physical contact or phone contact information. It's a great feature to connect about collaborations, and it's another great added benefit that helps grow the Michigan nonprofit sector through MNA. So those are your resources. We certainly hope that we've been able to address everything on the website that you're looking to get connected with. Please do not hesitate to reach out with any questions, customer service-wise or login issues. That's what I do. So please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. And we thank you for being here this afternoon. We appreciate your time. And thank you for being a member of MNA. Have a great rest of your day.